simply says, Chetanadhishtitasya Shakatadehe pravrittehe loke drishtatvat. There is pravritti which is seen of what Shakatadi, of these carts, horse carts, etc., or bull carts, etc. But how does that happen? That Chetanadhishtitasya, unless and until there is a Chetan bull or the living bull to it, attached to yoke to it, the cart is not going to roll, and therefore pravritti is seen. But what is there in the mula of the pravritti is the presence of a chetan. Now, if your prakriti, which is jada by itself, how can it go into the sequence of creating this whole world and enormous range of names and forms? How does that happen? It's not possible. And so, drishtatvat, drishtanurodhena, adrishtakalpanayaha nyayatvat. Because even if you are going to assume something based on your inference, but that inference, it will be always, the inference will also be drawn from the drishta. You want to understand some principle, but in order to understand that principle, from where will you draw that inference? From the drishta, from what is seen. Okay? Nyayatvat. Manvadi smriti samulataya tad virodhe. Now, Manvadi smriti is also there, which is samula, which follows, which is Vedanugami. And your smriti is, Kapila smriti is also another smriti, but it is nirmula. It is nirmula. And therefore, tadvirodhe nirmulaka. Nirmula kapiladi smritehe apramanatvat. Therefore, this Kapila's smriti, etc., Kapila smriti, what happens to it? Apramanatvacha. Pradhanadi kalpananupattehe. So this kalpana that you have done of pradhana, etc., is anupapannam. Look at the Moola Grantha. Brahma tu mayopahitam sat prapanchasya upadhi pradhanye upadhi ब्रह्म तो मायोपहितम सत् प्रपंचस्य उपाधि प्राधान्येन उपादानम उपाधि प्राधान्येन प्रपंचस्य उपादानम किम मायोपहितम ब्रह्म. So also mayopahita brahma only will become the nimitta karanam. In both the cases, whether it is the nimitta karanam or the upadana karanam, Brahma is karanam, but how does Brahma become the karanam? Whether nimitta or upadhi, nimitta or upadanam, upadhi,
Mayopahita.
Mayopahita Brahma will only become. Now, Mayopahita Brahma becomes, then what is the difference? The difference is that when Mayopahita Brahma with Upadhi Pradhanya becomes the Upadana Karana. And with the Upahita Swapradhanyena Nimitta Karana. Chabhavati. Now, what do you mean by Swapradhanyena? That also the Tikakara explained. Jnana Shaktimat Mayopahita Pradhanyena. Swapradhanyena means not by Nirguna Pradhanyena. It simply means Jnana Shaktimat Mayopahita Pradhanyena. Over here, that Jnana Shakti means the remains prominent. And therefore, in the other case, what happens is, because it is upadhi, and how is the upadhi? Jada. So the jadata becomes pradhana over there. Okay? And so becomes the nimitta karanam. Furthermore, Brahmano abhinna nimittopadanatve pramanam aha. Now, first of all, this claim of the Sankhyas was refuted, and now how this Brahma is the abhinna nimittopadana karanam is also shown. So the upapatti is given that Mayopahita Brahma only becomes the karanam, but with this difference. Now, in order to substantiate what has been said, and actually it is not substantiating, it is being, the evidence of pramana is being brought to you. Pramanam aha upada abhindanmittopadanatve pramanam aha. So what is that pramanam? Tadaikshata bahusyam prajayeya. Now that Brahman did the ikshanam. Ikshanam also means to see, or also it means desires. So tad aikshata, tad brahma, aikshata, bahusyam, may I become many. So now, हाँ
स्वामी जी,
हाँ बोलो।
अब यहाँ पर मायोभित चैतन्य के लिए आया है ना? तद अक्षत, ये जो लाइन है यहाँ पर, तद जो शब्द है वो ब्रह्म के लिए है या मायोपथ चैतन्य के लिए?
देखो, चाहे वो मायोपहित हो चाहे शुद्ध ब्रह्म हो, ब्रह्म एक ही है ना?
स्वामी जी, ब्रह्म में कोई इच्छा नहीं है ना, तो फिर ब्रह्म कैसे इच्छा कर
तो
सकता है?
ईक्षण माया से ही होगा। मायोपहित ब्रह्म में ही ईक्षण होगा। शुद्ध ब्रह्म में होना जाना आना जाना कहाँ संभव है?
जी
हाँ, ऐक्षत इति अनेन, now look at that, ऐक्षत इति अनेन निमित्तत्वम अवगम्यते. Now to see or to desire etc. is not possible in the jada. Can you ever say the table is seeing me or I am seeing the table? What is upapannam? What is justified?
No.
The table sees me?
No.
No. That, or the table desires me to sit by it and write my notes on it. So whether it is desire or whether it is seeing, either is not possible in the jada. So by ikshanam, what is suggested? What is the karanam?
Chaitanyam.
Chaitanya.
Nimitta
And by that you understand, ikshate iti anena, ikshata iti anena, ikshata iti anena, by this word, tad aikshata. So aikshata iti anena, nimittatvam avagamyate. What is understood? Nimitta karanatvam is gathered. Avagamyate is understood. Full stop. And then there is this editorial mistake. Bahusyam.
Yes, Swamiji.
This becomes the next sentence. The full stop after Bahusyam is wrong. Avagamyate ke yahan full stop ho. Bahusyamiti. Bahubhavana shravanena upadanatvam. Upadanatvam. Okay. Now over there also upadanatvam full stop. Bahubhavana shravanena. Now may I become many, multiplicity. Now that manyness, becoming many, shravanena upadanatvam avagamyate is understood. Material cause is understood. Thus, in this one sentence only, what are you able to dig out from it is, or what does it, what is not, you don't have to dig out anything. The sentence itself is capable of delivering the meaning. And it is saying, therefore, Brahma is abhinna nimittopadana. That what is the nimitta karanam is alone the upadana karanam. And therefore, what are we, how are we going to conclude? It is abhinna nimittopadana karanam. Two words have suggested two karanas. Aikshata has suggested nimitta karanam, and Bahubhavanam suggested
Upadana karanam.
Upadana
Upadana.
upadana. And are they talking about two different things?
No.
Talking about tad only.
Yes.
Yes.
And the tad is Paramatma. Okay. Anyasya tad anupapattehe. Now, other thing that like pradhana, etc., it is not possible. Pradhana dehe ikshanadi asambhavena ashabdataya apramanikattvena na jagatkaranatvam. Pradhana dehe. Now, whether it is pradhana, anu, or anything that you want to say, pradhana dehe ikshanadi asambhavena. How has this world come into existence by this time? Upanishad, by the Veda, through ikshana. Now, that is not going to be possible whether it is your anu or whether it is your pradhana. These Vaisheshikas are of the, they have these, Arambhaka Vadis. So they have this anu in the, say they are from the anu everything has formed. Pradhana has got a different, so Sankhyas have a different system. And so they say Pradhana is the Karana. So whether it is the Vaisheshikas or whether it is the Sankhyas, in both of these cases, Ikshanadi asambhavena. What is not possible in case of Anu, Dvyanuka, etc.? Ikshanam is not possible. That Ikshana Paramatma from the Chetana Vastu alone can do. Pradhanadi, for Pradhana, etc., it is not there. Asambhavena. Ashabdataya. Now, Ashabdataya means that Pradhanam is the Karanam is not said by the Upanishad. That this Pradhana, Prakriti is the Karanam, is not said. And wherever Upanishad is going to use the word Prakriti, it will mean Upadana Karanam, but it does not mean the Prakriti of the Sankhya's. Please keep it in mind. Like how you know, in Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter is called as
Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga.
but is it Kapila Sankhya? Or does that mean Vedanta?
Vedanta.
That means Upanishad Jnanam Siddhanta. So though the words are the same, but we have to tread very carefully when dealing with these words. So, now Bhagavan Vedavyasa is very clear, and he said, Ikshater Nashtabdam. Because Ikshana is said, Prakriti is not not the object of the Shabda Pramanam here. Pradhana dehe Ikshanadya sambhavena. It is that Ikshana etc. is not possible. Ashabdataya. And it is not meant given by the Shabda Pramanam. Ashabdataya. Apramanikattvena. And because there is no other pramana other than the Shabda, so you do not have any other any pramanam to support you. So this can be your kapola kalpana. This is something that you have cooked in your cheeks. Cooked in your cheeks means what? It simply means that, this has been only spoken. There is nothing else.
Kapol
Only
Kalpana.
kalpana. Kapola. Kapola means cheeks, na?
कपोल कल्पना.
Kapola means cheeks.
जी हाँ.
Kapola kalpana. So this is just coming apramanikattvena na jagat karanatvam. It does not have any jagat karanatvam. How? Ikshater na shabdam iti nyayacha. So what is nyaya over here means? So we have these three prasthanas, right? Prasthana three.
Yes.
आनंद you know ना प्रस्थान त्रयी किसको कहते हैं हम?
Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, and Upanishads.
The sequence
न्यायप्रस्थान
will be
स्मृतिप्रस्थान और श्रुतिप्रस्थान.
So the sequence will be Upanishad,
Upanishads,
Gita, and Brahma
Gita,
Sutra.
and Brahma Sutra.
Okay. Why are you giving this sequence? Because there is a reason. Because the Upanishad is called as Shruti Prasthana. Bhagavad Gita is called as Smriti Prasthana. And Brahma Sutras are called as Nyaya Prasthana. Got it?
जी
So it is Nyayacha. So that Nyaya means it is some Nyaya is established, some rule is or a principle is extracted, and from where, and to show that there is this Brahma Sutra, some principle that is extracted from the Upanishad, and how through an analysis, and that is presented to you as the Brahma Sutra. So there is one sutra. What is it? Vyasa Sutra. Ikshater na shabdam. Ikshater na shabdam. Na ashabdam. Why is it not acceptable? Because it is ashabdam, apramanikam. Got it? Iti nyayacha iti bhavaha. Now he says, Prakritischa pratisnya drishtantanuparodhat iti sutracha. So in the Tika, he gives you this sutra, Ikshate Nashabdam. But in the Mula Grantha, another sutra, Vyasa Sutra, the Brahma Sutra is given. And what is that? Prakritischa pratisnya drishtantanuparodhat iti sutrat. Now over here, now you see in the sutra itself, the word Prakriti is used.
जी.
Right? So you are going
Ji.
to say, look here, so the Sankhya Prakriti, over here the word Prakriti means Upadana Karanam, and Brahman is the Prakriti. That is what is said. Means Brahma alone is the Upadana Karanam. Okay? Why? Pratishya Drishtantanu because of two reasons. The Pratishya, the declaration that is made, and because of the Drishtanta that is provided. Okay. So Drishtanta is provided, Pratishya. Because of these two factors, we are able to understand Prakritishcha, that is Brahma is also the Prakriti. Now over here, this word Prakriti does not mean Sankhya Prakriti or Pradhanam. You see, Prakritishcha. Nimitta Karanam is Brahma, is established before. Now he goes further even to say is also the Upadana Karanam. Okay. Tika. Brahmano, Brahmamo nahi. Brahmano, Shashti Vibhakti. Brahmanaha abhinna nimittopadanatve Vyasa Sutram Samvadayati. Now what is the author doing over here? Of the Mula Grantha? Actually, the author of the Mula Grantha is only the author of the Tika. But he is writing so objectively about his own work. You see, इतना होना कठिन होता है. ब्रह्मणः अभिन्न निमित्तोपादानत्वे व्यास सूत्रम संपादयति प्रकृतिश्च इति. So Vyasa Sutra is also there to samvad, to what do they say? To endorse, what is being endorsed? Abhinna nimittopadanatvam. Kasya? Whose abhinna nimittopadanatvam?
ब्रह्मस्य
ब्रह्मणः
Brahmana.
ब्रह्मणः
Brahmana abhinna nimittopadanatvam is endorsed by the Vyasa Sutra Pratishtha. समन्वये चतुर्थपादे स्थितम् जन्माद्यस्य यतः इत्यस्मिन् अधिकरणे ब्रह्मणः तटस्थलक्षणं जगत्कारणत्वं निर्णीतम्. Now, in the Samanvaya Adhyaya, so the first Adhyaya of Brahma Sutra, so the first Adhyaya is called as Samanvaya Adhyaya. The second Adhyaya is called as Avirodha Adhyaya. The third chapter of Brahma Sutra is called as Sadhana Adhyaya, and the fourth one is called as
फलम
Phaladhyaya. Who remembered all that? Prabhama?
Yes, Swamiji.
Prabha. Now, every chapter has got 4 sub-chapters, and the sub-chapters are called as padas. Okay, they are called as pada. Pada means the foot or the leg. Just as how a cow stands on 4 legs, so also everything stands, all these chapters stand on 4 legs. From where has this kalpana been drawn is that Paramatma is called as Chatushpad. Is called as
चतुष्पाद
Chatushpad. You know where?
विष्णु सहस्रनाम में
In Vishnu Sahasranam also is called as Chatushpad.
Yes.
So we have this Mandukya Upanishad. In Mandukya Upanishad, you will see this. Om ityetadaksharam idam sarvam tasyopavyakyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi sarvam omkara eva yachanyatrikalaatitam tadapyomkara eva sarvam hyetat brahma ayamatma brahma soyamatma chatushpad. Okay. So Paramatma is called as Chatushpad Brahma. So from this idea that there are 4 padas, so if those 4 quarters are called as 4 sub-chapters are therefore called as padas. So in the first chapter, which is, what is the name?
समन्वय
Anand, yaad hai?
समन्वय
Samanvayadhyaya. So in the first chapter, in its Chaturtha Pad, what sutra is there? I don't know. Maybe in Hindi he has said. ये देखो चतुर्थ पाद के सप्तमाधिकरण में 23वें सूत्र के द्वारा स्पष्ट कहा है. तो समन्वयाध्याय चतुर्थ पादे स्थितम उन्होंने what is being said over there is that Brahma is abhinna nimittopadana karanam. But Brahma's abhinna nimittopadanatvam was also given to you when in Janmadhyasya yataha, in this very inaugural sutra. The first sutra is Athato Brahma Jitnyasa. The second sutra is Janmadhyasya yataha. So, Shastra Yonitva Tattu Samanvaya. These are the first four sutras. Now, it is mandatory that we go through at least the first four sutras, and that is called as Chatussutri. Janmadhyasya इति अस्मिन् अधिकरणे चतुर्थपादे स्थितम् इति अस्मिन् अधिकरणे ब्रह्मणः तटस्थलक्षणं जगत्कारणत्वं निर्णीतम्. Now, the Brahma is abhinna nimittopadana karanam, which means is jagat karanam. What kind of Brahma lakshanam is this?
Tatastha Lakshanam.
It is tatastha lakshan. याद है ना सबको?
Yes, Swami.
Yes, Swamiji.
So ब्रह्मणः तटस्थलक्षणं जगत्कारणत्वं निर्णीतं. निर्णय has been done. तत्किं निमित्तत्वमात्रम् उत उपादानत्वम् अपि इति विषये. विषये here means संशये. वह क्या निमित्तत्व मात्र है अथवा उपादानत्व भी है? कारण तो आपने ब्रह्म को कहा, परंतु वह निमित्त भी है अथवा निमित्त ही है अथवा उपादान भी है. ऐसी शंका जो हुई उसके लिए सईक्षां चक्रे इत्यादिना ब्रह्मणः कर्तृत्व अवगमात् लोके. Now it is Brahman is seen as the karta through this mantra, which is that saiksham chakre ityadina brahmanaha kartrutva avagamat loke mridadi bhinnasya kulaladehe ghataadi kartrutva darshanat brahma jagato nimittameva. So now that what is the nature of this samshaya? Because the one who is raising the samshaya, he is not some nastika. Who is he? He is also astika. So he also has access to the Veda. And so he says, it is said, Saikshan Chakre. That is Paramatma. So this Paramatma did the Ikshanam. He did the Ikshanam means doing Ikshanam is some sort of a kartritva or not?
Yes.
So in the loka, in our world, whose kartritva is seen?
Kulal.
Kulalas.
That now why whose kartritva means everybody's kartritva, Swamiji? I don't go tangent. We are talking about karan. So now let us assume that ghada, the ghata is the karyam. So and what karanas of this ghata are available to you now?
Kulala and Mrit.
Kulala and Mrittika. Correct?
जी हाँ.
Yes.
So in that Kulala and Mrittika, whose kartrutvam do you find?
Kulala.
Kulal.
Kulala. And therefore, because he is doing Ikshanam, that doing Ikshanam suggests kartrutvam, and therefore now Brahma is Nimitta Karanam because he is the doer of all this world. He is understood. And therefore, what is his Shanka? Therefore, Nimittameva. Therefore, Brahma is
निमित्तमेव.
Nimittameva. Anyad Eva upadanam iti. Upadanam can be anything else that we will see. But definitely through this sentence, we understand that Brahman is
निमित्त मात्रम
निमित्तकार
Nimitta matram. Nimitta matram means nimitta karanam eva. Okay. Otherwise, some people will think that nimitta matra bhava sabyasachi. That just become an excuse. No, no. Our here nimitta means nimitta karanam, not an excuse. Okay.
जी स्वामी जी
Ah. Anya devo upadanam iti prapte. So this is the paksha that is prapta now. Iti prapte abhidiyate. This is said. Brahma jagataha prakritihi upadanam nimittam cha bhavati. So this Brahma becomes the prakriti also. Brahma becomes the prakriti also. Why is he bringing the word prakriti for upadanam?
मायोपहित है
Why is he
It is to
bringing
प्रमाण
clarify
the word
सूत्र
prakriti?
दिया हुआ है
Correct. What is that sutra?
प्रकृतिश्च प्रतिज्ञा दृष्टान्तानि
Ah, that is the reason why. So now he is explaining sutra. He is explaining that sutra.
प्लीज रिपीट दैट प्रकृति का अभी जो बताया
क्या?
अभी सरिता जो बोल रही थी आप ओके बोले वो
पेज 250 का जो मूल
हाँ,
मूल ग्रंथ में है प्रकृति
मूल ग्रंथ में उन्होंने सूत्र दिया है ना, व्यास सूत्र.
हाँ
व्यास
प्रकृति
जी ने
हाँ
सूत्र दिया है
हाँ, संवादयति कह के.
हाँ हाँ जी हाँ
प्रकृतेश्च. So that word prakriti that Vyasa has used, he is bringing it here. Okay. Brahma jagataha prakritihi. So prakritischa. Prakriti also. Prakriti. So what is that prakriti means over here?
Upadana.
Upadanam. Ah. And by that chakara, what is understood?
And
Also.
निमित्तम
Also. Also means what?
निमित्त च
Nimittam cha bhavati. Kutaha? How come? Pratijna drishtantanuparodhat. By the very force of pratijna and
दृष्टांत
दृष्टान्त
drishtant. Okay. What is the pratijna and what is the drishtanta? Take it. He says, Yena shrutam shrutam bhavati. Amatam amatam matam avishyatam vishyatam iti eka vishyanena sarva vishyanam pratijnaya. So now in the beginning there is a pratijna made. Yena shrutam shrutam bhavati. By hearing that, that even what is unheard becomes heard. That what is unknown becomes known. That what is not comprehended becomes comprehended, which means that now you that there is nothing that is strange to you. Everything is known as Paramatma. There is no stranger or there is nothing strange because you know the very basis, the fact of everything. So whether it is Bhoot, Pret, Rakshas, Yaksha, Kinnar, Devata, whatever, or whether it is Kida, Makoda, Manushya, Prani, Jada, everything. What is the basic recognition? This is all Paramatma. Like how you see in a furniture dukan, you go and you see bed, you see stools, you see tables, chairs, and you understand this is all made of wood. Not, other than wood, nothing else. All in different shapes and sizes and different names and with different functions. Yet everything is what?
wood
wood.
wood.
So as wood, everything is known as wood by you or not?
Yes.
Whether you know the name of that furniture or not, but you know it is wood.
जी
Whether
हाँ
you know the how that furniture, what is its function or not, but you know it is wood or not.
जी हाँ
Yes.
And therefore, nama, rupa, karma, guna, etc., whether known or not known, irrelevant. You have known what is its basic reality. So everything becomes known. Okay? Everything becomes
No.
no
known. And therefore, he is the one who has experienced everything. Avijñātam vijñātam bhavati. Yena ashrutam shrutam bhavati. Amatam matam avijñātam vijñātam bhavati. Iti eka vijñānena, in knowing that one, everything is known. Everything is known. This is the pratijñā. Yatha, and how, what is the example? Yatha saumya ekena mritpindena ityadi drishtantaihi brahmanaha apinna nimittopadanatve anayoho anuparodho bhavati.
स्वामी जी अनुपरोध मीनिंग अनुपरोध का मतलब
Uparodh matlab some sort of a stoppage.
so conclusion
Huh?
no no
conclusion no.
no
Nahin, nahin, some
नहीं
stop, sort of a speed breaker stop. आगे चलने नहीं देना, रुद्ध करना.
स्वामी जी,
हाँ,
ये दृष्टांत नहीं समझ में आया.
दृष्टांत क्या दिया उन्होंने? मृतपिंडेन. If you have known the mritpind, what is mrit?
मिट्टी.
Clay.
Mitti, mritika. If you have known mrit, what happens? Mrit means मरा हुआ नहीं है.
मिट्टी मिट्टी
Mrit,
मड.
mrit. हाँ, clay. If you have known mud, then you have known the pot, the pan, the saucer, the cup. Everything is known. Isn't it? Whether you know that the cup is to be used for drinking tea, the bowl is to be used for something else, the saucer has got a different thing, pan is different thing, pot is different. All these things. But when you have known mud, you have known it all. Like you go to the goldsmith shop and you understand what is gold. Now, whether you see those various ornaments, now you may not know which ornament is meant for nose and which is meant for ears and which is meant for fingers or anything. Then you see, you should actually go to these Chinese shops, not the Indian ones, and you will not know what is to be used where. Then you'll know because that those are their ornaments. But over there, you may be standing and not wondering what to do with this. But you know for sure that this is all
gold
Go.
gold.
स्वामी जी,
Hmm.
when we say that that everything is known, am I audible?
Bolo.
yes yes
Swamiji, when we say that everything is known by knowing the Brahman, what does it mean actually? Does it mean that Vyavhar is also known, or does it mean
Not,
that
no.
we know the
No.
Adhisthana?
That's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm trying to tell. That Nama, Rupa, Guna, Kriya, Karma, all these things are Vyavahar.
जी.
What happened? I'll tell you one incident. All these things come handy in explaining. So this Narendra,
Vivekananda.
not Modi, Narendra Dutt.
Vivekananda, right?
Vivekananda.
Narendra Dutt asked Ramakrishna, are you seeing Paramatma? He said, of course I'm seeing Paramatma more clearly than I can see you. समझे?
इसका क्या मतलब है? नहीं स्वामी जी।
ये बात कि ये सब सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म है और उसके ऊपर ये सारे नाम रूप, चाहे वो नरेंद्र हो चाहे और कोई हो, ये सारा कल्पित है आने जाने वाला। और इसीलिए ये भान कि यही सच्चिदानंद है, ये सुस्पष्ट जिस महात्मा को दिखता है वो यही कहेगा, भाई तुम ही नहीं जानते हो तुम्हारी असलियत क्या है। तुम ये कह रहे हो कि मैं कुंडल, मैं बाली, मैं कंगन, भाई तुम हो तो कौन?
गोल्ड।
स्वर्ण ही, सोना हो, तुम नहीं जानते हो। ये जितने भी मुकुट, कुंडल, कंगन, ये जो है ये सारे, इनमें रहने वाली चमक, इनका रहने, इनकी इनकी सत्यता, इनकी कीमत, ये सारा सब कुछ स्वर्ण की वजह से है। और वो स्वर्ण तुम, ये समझना है। तो उन्होंने कहा मुझे तो मैं तो परमात्मा को, आई एम एबल टू सी परमात्मा मोर क्लियरली देन आई कैन सी।
गॉट इट स्वामी जी।
तो यथा सौम्य एकेन मृत्पिंडेन इत्यादि दृष्टान्तैः। So now through this drishtanta also, what do you understand? Brahmanaha abhinna nimittopadanatva anuparodhat. Because even the pratigna and drishtanta are no longer putting any kind of stoppage, and that's why Brahman is avinna nimittopadana karanam anyatha tad virodha syat. And if you don't accept this, then tad virodha means pratigna and drishtantas virodha will happen. Tadaikshata bahusyam ityadi shrutya tat pratipadanach agama गम्य अर्थे लौकिक कुलालादि दृष्टांत न्यायस्य अनवताराच्य. Now that what is been told by the Agama, by the Veda, in that case, this Laukika Drishtanta of Kulala, etc., that Kulala is different from Mrittika, etc., are not applicable. Drishtanta Nyayasya Anavatarachya Tasmad Brahma eva Jakataha Prakritihi Nimittancha. And that's why what is Brahman? Prakriti as well as
निमित्त
निमित्ताः ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
थैंक यू स्वामी जी।
पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव।
थैंक यू स्वामी।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू स्वामी जी।
महादेव स्वामी जी।